Good morning. Have you ever noticed that with problem solving, there are some folks that seem to have the skill to make that happen, and for others, it can be so extremely difficult. If you give them a solution, give them something happening, they can go implement. But to have the ability to be a creative problem solver is a unique and phenomenal gift. Part of that is because it really requires the ability to have such detachment, spiritual detachment, emotional detachment, whatever you want to call it, but have a level of detachment so that you can come from a 30,000-foot view, understand all the details, understand what's going on, but have a much bigger, broader view of what's really happening. Because more times than not, there's much bigger situations going on than we can imagine, than we can see in a quick overview. Nonetheless, it seems, contradictory, but we also need to have the ability to see the details. What is going on? The 30,000-foot view allows you to have a full understanding of what's happening. The details allow you to come up with very specific solutions. And that's part of it, that with the attention to details, you begin to recognize that this is all about dealing with the problem. It's not about dealing with people or an individual person. When there's a problem that needs to be solved, it's time to just really look at the problem. Don't look at the people. You can deal with all that later. Because it truly is about finding a solution. So frequently, it doesn't matter what level we're dealing with. We find folks who, when it comes to problem solving, want to figure out who to blame, want to find out whose fault this is. Instead, if problem solving is totally about finding a solution, you don't need to look at blame. You don't need to look at fault. All you can deal with learning later. You can deal with how it happened and understanding the details later. But in many instances, solving that problem immediately is what's most important. Deal with what's happening in the moment, absolutely present to the moment, to what the needs are in the moment, and what is the best and most efficient, most effective way to quickly handle what's going on, find a solution, and then look at the longer range issues, and then look at how to make this a new policy, perhaps new processes, new procedures. But the big element here is problem solving is really about solution finding. It's not about winning. It's not about being right. It's not about who's wrong. It's about a problem that needs a solution, not the least bit complicated. And so let's keep it simple. Let's look at the fact that problem solving is truly about finding a solution to whatever a difficulty is. And when that's the focus, you look at the solution. You don't look at everybody or anybody else, just a solution to the problem. It also makes it a fun skill. It makes it a fun ability to develop, because it feels so darn good when you know that you can continuously solve problems because you bring in that 30,000-foot view, that detached skill set that is all about a solution. It's not about winning. Have a great